person is not impaired.
Hello and welcome back to the History of series. Today we have a bonus entry to the archive, where we'll be taking a look at an individual character rather than a species. Today we'll be looking at Wilfred Mott, so without further ado, let's begin. Donna Noble, Wilfred's granddaughter, stated that he had enlisted to fight in World War II while underage. In 1948, Wilf was a private in the 6th Airborne Division of the British Army, stationed in the British Mandate of Palestine at its end. According to a mysterious time lady, Wilf had served in the military without once taking a life, a fact Wilf defended, feeling proud not to have killed anyone. At some point, Wilf met Eileen and had a daughter with her named Sylvia. He said that his time with his wife was the most wonderful years he had, and the time with her just flew by. He never shouted at Sylvia during her childhood. In the 2006 elections, after the death of the British Prime Minister at the hands of the Slitheen, Wilfred claimed to have voted for Harriet Jones, though his daughter disputed this fact. On Christmas Eve 2007, Wilfred was laid up with Spanish flu, and therefore unable to attend his granddaughter's wedding. He manned his newspaper stand in London on Christmas Eve 2008, where he met the 10th Doctor for the first time. Earth was aware of alien life and the threat that they posed, given the Sycorax and Arachnos appearing the previous 2 Christmas days. Londoners believed aliens might attack on Christmas yet again. Wilf told the Doctor and Astrid he was the only person in London apart from Queen Elizabeth II in Buckingham Palace. Everyone else had fled to the countryside. He was furious when the Titanic hurtled over London, yelling for the aliens not to dare ruin Christmas again. Sometime before this, his wife, Eileen Mott, passed away. An amateur astronomer, he pitched a tent behind his daughter's house in Chiswick and spent most of his nights on top of a hill with a telescope looking for aliens among the stars. In 2009, Donna waved to him from the Doctor's TARDIS while flying away. Seeing the Doctor again through his telescope, Wilf felt happy for his granddaughter for being able to travel the universe, yelling and cheering as the TARDIS flew off. Donna visited her mother and Wilf after she'd returned to Earth. She told Wilf, but not her mother, about the Doctor, for fear she would react badly. She told him about ATMOS and what they were doing. When the Doctor turned up with a unit soldier, Wilfred realised the Doctor was the same man he had met on Christmas. He opened the family car to investigate an ATMOS device and was trapped inside when it was triggered. He began to suffocate, but was freed by his daughter. The next day he told Donna he would keep her secret and not tell her mother. Wilfred featured on the home improvement reality TV series Haunted Makeovers, alongside Sylvia, the Doctor and Donna. The Doctor and Donna were investigating the haunting of Morley Mansion. At some point, Wilfred discovered a new star, which was named after him. When the Earth was moved to the Medusa Cascade, he and Sylvia tried to fight the Daleks. Wilf fired a paintball at a Dalek's eye stalk, hoping to blind it, but it dissolved the paint. As it was about to exterminate him, Rose Tyler teleported to the scene and killed the Dalek. Sylvia and Wilf took her to their home, where a message came from a subwave network, but they couldn't respond since they didn't have a webcam, as Sylvia thought they were naughty and didn't let her father have one. He watched as Martha and her mother, Torchwood 3 and Sarah Jane Smith, spoke with Harriet Jones. After the Earth was returned to its proper place, they celebrated. When the Doctor brought Donna back to them without any memory of her adventures with him, Wilf was distraught at the thought of her returning to her previous life. He promised to look up at the sky every night and remember the Doctor on Donna's behalf. As Christmas 2009 approached, Wilf, along with everyone else on Earth, began having nightmares involving the laughing face of the Saxon Master. Seeking refuge in a church, he was approached by a mysterious woman, who told him the church had been a convent in the 1300s and was attacked by a demon from the sky and saved by a sainted physician. Then she vanished. The next day, Wilf organised a silver cloak of old-age pensioners. He quickly found the Doctor and in a cafe learned of his prophesied death. On Christmas morning, Wilf was watching the Queen's speech when it was interrupted by the mysterious woman, whom only he could see. She told Wilf he would have to take up arms, that the Doctor could still be saved, and that Wilf must not tell the Doctor anything of what she had said. Wilf took his old service revolver, met the Doctor outside the noble house, and joined him in tracking down the Master. They arrived too late to stop the Master turning every human on Earth into a duplicate of himself, but Wilf was protected from the effect behind a radiation shield. He escaped with the Doctor to his spaceship. During this time, Wilf and the Doctor felt that they would both be proud to have been related to each other. After another encounter with the woman, he gave the Doctor his gun and urged him to kill the Master. The Doctor initially refused, but on learning the Time Lords were behind everything, he took the gun. In the fight that followed, Earth shot missiles at the ship. Wilf manned one of the guns and had the Vinvoce land so he could join the Doctor. He freed someone trapped in the radiation booth, but as a result was trapped himself. After he witnessed the Doctor and the Master defeat Rassilon and the Time Lords, Wilf then knocked on the booth 4 times to be let out, unknowingly fulfilling the prophecy. He will knock 4 times. Due to the nuclear bolt still being active, the radiation would flood the booth and kill him, but not harm anyone else. To save him, the Doctor would have to sacrifice himself. Wilf was willing to die instead because he had had his time, but the Doctor saved him and absorbed the fatal dose of radiation, which caused him to start to regenerate. He took Wilf home and promised to see him one more time before he changed. At Donna's second wedding, Wilf met the Doctor again, just like he had promised. The Doctor gave Wilf and Sylvia a winning lottery ticket he had purchased with money borrowed from Jeff Noble before leaving. Wilf and Sylvia gave Donna the ticket, and Wilf tearfully saluted the Doctor as he took off. Wilf was met by River Song to talk about his history with the 10th Doctor, alongside Jackie Tyler, Sylvia Mott, and Francine Jones. At some point, Wilf was taken to the Black Archive by UNIT to have his record as a companion of the Doctor taken. His memories of the visit were subsequently erased, and he was sent on his way. In an alternative timeline created by a continuity bomb, the Doctor allowed Wilfred to die in the radiation chamber instead of saving him from death, viewing himself as the more useful of the two to the universe. This led to the Doctor becoming a tyrant that ruled the cosmos with an iron fist until his death. On Christmas Day 2008, in a parallel world, Wilfred was in the English countryside on holiday with his daughter and granddaughter, courtesy of Donna's winning the raffle ticket. He and his family were spared of the nuclear destruction of London caused by the Titanic, but the lingering radiation caused their evacuation to Leeds, where they had to share a house with the other families. Wilfred adjusted to this life quickly, joining in the shanty singing in the kitchen. He was upset when all non-English residents were forcibly deported to labour camps, noting this had all happened in his life before, referring to the concentration camps of World War II. Wilfred set up his telescope behind the house at Leeds. It was there that he and Donna first noticed the darkness spreading over the night sky, eating up the stars. It was this sight that finally convinced Donna to find Rose Tyler and go with her. And that is the story of Wilfred Mott, one of the most important people in Doctor Who history, and one that will be greatly missed. Though his story is incomplete, as he's set to reappear in the 60th anniversary special, so I might make a future update for that one. But anyway guys, thanks for watching. This video was made to honour Bernard Cribbins, who, as many of you probably already know, sadly passed away just yesterday. He was a fantastic actor and human being, and will be greatly missed by all of us. Thanks for watching.